Hello and welcome to TelecomTV. I'm Martin Warwick and we're here at the Internet of Things World in San Francisco, and I'm very pleased to be talking with Miguel Gamino, who is the CIO, the Chief Information Officer of the City and County of San Francisco. Miguel, great to see you. Thanks for the time. What a job description, what a title. So you're in charge of basically information connectivity, providing everything that everyone needs within San Francisco to enable all sorts of things, including the Internet of Things.
You're right. Chief among the responsibilities right now in particular is leading the connectivity effort. And so that's very applicable to today's conversations here at the Internet of Things conference, because all of those applications and all of the concept of Internet of Things always assumes connectivity. And it's really important that we not only have connectivity in a pervasive way, but that we also support a very high capacity so that we can foster and inspire the next generation of applications.
San Francisco has a very well-deserved reputation globally as being a radical city, and I know there's been a CIO here for the past 10 years. What kind of a policy do you have, and how does it develop as you get more and more connectivity and more applications joining on a network which is getting bigger all the time?
Well, that's interesting. I think we are certainly leading the way in a lot of regards, but I spend a lot of time talking with colleagues around the United States and even around the world about lots of technology concerns and issues. And so I don't think San Francisco is necessarily alone. We are certainly looked upon to be leading the conversation a lot of times, but this connectivity gap or this connectivity concern is maybe one of the things that is the most common even around the globe. We're all trying to figure out how to deliver better, pervasive connectivity at high capacities to all of our residents, visitors, etc. So it's certainly a worldwide issue, and San Francisco, we're trying to live up to that expectation of being a thought leader in that area.
So those are the challenges, and what are the solutions? How do you work with the community, with business, with tourism, to make sure that connectivity is there for everyone?
Well, candidly, in San Francisco, we have a really great ecosystem in a way, because the demand is there, right? The people here, generally speaking, understand the value and are in fact calling for it. So not all communities have that same ecosystem. So here we're really thinking through how to deliver it. And we have a significant municipal network that is going to be a critical asset to the ultimate objective. But right now we're working through a very detailed kind of phase 2 of our connectivity plan that's intended to help address specifically the connectivity to visitors and citizens of San Francisco, both in terms of our public Wi-Fi space. We have a significant public Wi-Fi presence, and it's growing. It's a top priority for the mayor's administration and others. And that brand is SF Wi-Fi. And so that's been a great thing that's been growing, but also trying to begin to talk about what is the government's role in delivering high capacity connectivity to people's homes and businesses, right? And I don't think it's presumed that the government should just outright deliver it, but we are certainly invoking the discussion and coming up with ideas and thinking through the different ways that we can solve that problem, whether it's publicly funded, privately funded, or public-private partnerships. I think we need to really work through those options, always focused on making sure that what ends up being delivered is something that citizens and visitors of San Francisco can easily consume and access and is of value. Meaning we need to stay focused on the user experience and make sure that what we deliver is something that is accessible and consumable and useful to the people in San Francisco.
So how long is the program? Ongoing forever, or do you go in specific steps?
So we've completed our first phase of the connectivity plan very recently. It was published. We're currently working on the phase 2 of the plan, as I described. And so I think it's yet to be determined. I think on one hand, we certainly need some finite timeframes to deliver kind of critical mass and the connectivity service. And then beyond that, I think we have to be aware or prepared for the ongoing maintenance and upkeep of it over time to make sure that it doesn't erode and become something that is not useful to people. So we're certainly contemplating and what it takes to maintain it on an ongoing basis.
You really anticipated my next question, because it was going to be, it's great when it's working. Are there any problems as it gets larger and larger and more apps and services appear? Is there any problem, do you think, that the government, the city and county government would be involved in making sure that the services are always there? And if so, how do you do it?
Well, I think the key to that is the plan, right? So right now on the onset, recognizing what does it take to deliver it, and then separately and distinctly, what does it take to maintain it and operate it and continue to keep it up, and keep up with the technology evolution and the users' expectations as they evolve also, right? By today's standards, a gigabit is a lot. It won't be very long from now when a gigabit is not enough.
Absolutely.
And so we certainly, while we can't predict all those things, we can't necessarily even build for those things today. We certainly want to at least anticipate them and think through them as we build our plan for today.
Okay, well, it's a great plan, it's a great city. Miguel Gamino, thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, thank you very much for the time.
Pleasure.